Hello, you're listening to Netball Unlocked, where we'll be serving you up a super special big interview in a otherwise super quiet moment for netball. Our guest today is one of the sharpest shooters around, tackling volume and range for fun. She's already been to a World Cup. She was part of a historic appearance in Glasgow, and I heard her dab is pretty fine too. After a few years starring in SN, she's now bound for London Mavericks for the 2027 season. Uneeq Palavi, welcome to the podcast.
Hey guys,
how are you going?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a tough couple of days getting off the sickness, but we're finally here.
We made it. We've been waiting for a while to make this happen, but I'm so pleased we finally got here. Uneeq, you must be having a bit of a break at the moment, right? How are things?
Oh yeah, things are okay. Coming off the Commonwealth Games, like buzz was just so like I was so sad when I came home. Obviously happy to see my family and stuff, and like they were celebrating me, but like just missing the atmosphere, missing Scotland and all the nice people. And yeah, there's always like they call it post-tournament blues, I think. I definitely suffered from that, and so were like my Tongan teammates, because we couldn't stop messaging the group chat being like, oh, I miss you guys, I miss arguing every day, I miss this, that. But nah, life's good. I'm grateful to be with my family and to spend time with them, because obviously I'm heading over to the UK soon. But yeah, just spending as much time as I can with them and getting the training in with my sisters. So that's good.
We'll get on to you coming to the UK.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We'll do that. No, you're fine.
Too much.
No, because it's so important. But let's talk about Glasgow, because you mentioned it there. I guess that's such a funny way of looking at it, the intensity, because we think about it, or when we watch it, we're thinking about you as athletes, but also I guess you just gave the other side of it, which is like you're basically part of this schedule where you're on top of each other as players all the time. And you're saying that that's really fun, that you've enjoyed that, but there were some arguments. Talk to me about that experience of like, because there are so few sports, if any, I think, that run a tournament as intense as that for netball.
Well, like you basically just like put a nail on it. Like just the atmosphere was just so cool. Like not only just to be with other Tongan athletes that were there for other sports, like that was obviously cool, but also to like meet other countries and like learn about other countries and like see them walking around. Even like we had the pins exchanging period, like if you had free time you could just go around and ask anyone for pins, and like we took advantage of that. I think I've got like a collection in my room, but hopefully I can share that one day, but not right now. But yeah, just like the whole vibe of being there, and also being our first Commonwealth Games for Tonga netball, like to share that experience with some of the girls that I've been playing alongside for the last few campaigns for Tonga, like to be in that environment was just so much like bigger, I guess, because we did qualify for World Cup in 2023. Like that was cool, but like just to be in an environment where like it was different other countries and like different sports, like that was unreal. Like I've walked away from that tournament with friendships from other sports and like other countries, and it's just so much to be happy about.
I think the Commonwealth Games, right, it's bigger than a Netball World Cup.
Yeah.
Like it's a bigger stage for you guys as a country and for netball as a sport, also because of this reduced program. Netball was the sport that was most watched out of all of them, so well done, netball. But Uneeq, also I asked you after your first game how it felt, and you got quite emotional in the answer, and it blew up on social media. I think I must have tapped into the Tongan algorithm. But you know, for anyone that hasn't seen that clip that was on Instagram, you kind of got really choked up about it, and understandably, right, because of this history. And I wanted to, maybe if you could explain why it's so big for Tonga that you made it, because there wasn't a national team that long ago, right?
Yeah. I could probably get choked up again if we're talking about it, but I'll try not to. No, I think it's just like it's been such a statement for not only Tonga but like the Pacific nations that probably haven't been able to like get there, if that makes sense. Like, but in netball, of course, because we're just up and coming. Some of us are still young. I think we were one of the youngest teams there. I read somewhere, but yeah, like I can never put into words how much it means to represent my country and like put our little small country on the map that big. Like you said before, Commonwealth Games is it's a bigger stage, it's a bigger atmosphere, and to put Tonga up there with like the biggest names, like well-known countries, it's just something so special, not only to me but to the rest of the kingdom and everyone that's Tongan.
Yeah. I mean, I think you've just summed it up beautifully there, and no tears. So
Yeah.
you've done. We did do it. But listen, also the netball that you played, you were the third highest scorer of the tournament. Uneeq, 219 goals across 6 matches, shooting at 92.8%. So round it up to 93% accuracy. I mean, I was watching it, you were taking blows from everybody because it was like, right, Uneeq Palavi's in this game, we've got to take her out. How did you find playing the tournament? What was it like for your netball?
It was obviously tough, like coming up against big names and even big names that I've come up against in SSN. Like, it was cool, like challenging myself and seeing how far I can test my limits, if that makes sense. Because ultimately, when I'm playing to have fun and just to compete, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, it just felt good to be out there and to like showcase my skills and also to showcase that it's okay to have fun on a big stage like that. You don't have to be what's it called? Like, you don't have to be too nervous. Like, nerves are good because it means that you care, but I don't know, like just getting to flaunt both sides of my personality, like my competitiveness and my just goofiness. Like, I feel like it was a good test of my character to stay cool in moments when I thought I could have lost my cool, but at the end of the day, it's just you're having fun playing netball, and I'm glad that I could have shown that there.
Totally, you could see it on your face, and then also and in your performance, and as a country as well. I mean, also what was funny to see was that you came up against some defence that you will be facing in the Super League. Nicholas Smith was one that I thought was funny, but then also Halimat, Fumi Fadoji for London Pulse, your future crosstown rivals. Um, were you aware of that when you were coming to play, like South Africa, England?
Yeah, especially because my manager is also like their manager as well, so it like it was still cool to like meet people that I'm gonna come up against because they sort of already knew who I was and I knew who they were. So like even getting to chat with them on the court while the ball's on the other side of the court, it was still cool. Like it was just all lighthearted, but although like we were both there to win, but we didn't let that like moment get in between what could be like friendships and stuff. But yeah, it was cool to come up against names that I'm going to be coming up against in the UK league. So I've already written down some notes in my notebook. So
That's so funny. I was literally about to ask, have you made some notes?
yeah, I have to. It's gotten to that point in my career where I have to like memorize little things about other players. So it's good to keep that handy.
It's funny when you're talking there because you get a sense maybe that you don't have that, I guess we'll call it like white line fever that some people have. Like when they cross onto the netball court, they kind of
Yeah.
like change. That's not the case for you. You're still yourself when you're on a netball court.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I need to like to myself, I feel like I need to work on separating two different things, but sometimes when I don't, I just like let it flow through me. But don't get me wrong, I can be competitive and it's gonna be shown.
Everyone else needs to write that down.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. Oh, Uneeq, let's talk a little bit more about Tonga and your journey with the team as well, because I read that you initially turned down the call up in 2019, and then your grandmother was enlisted to persuade you to play. Is this true? Can you tell me
Yeah,
about that?
you heard right. I don't think it was like I didn't initially turn down. I just like I was young. I was like naive. I had one goal to like play for Australia because I didn't know there was a Tongan team. Um,
Right.
and mind you, like I don't know, like being young and then seeing that goal, I was like anything else that comes to me will like sort of go over my head, and that's what it did. So then when that happened, like I didn't reply to the email I think they sent, or like a message, but um the CEO of Tonga Netball called my grandma, and my grandma got to chatting to me, and then like it just slapped some sense into me, like Australia is not the only goal that I need to have, especially coming up through netball. Mind you, I didn't think like this could be a possibility for me, like making it this far. I was just playing netball just for the enjoyment of it, the sense of belonging that it brought me. And but I don't know, ever since I joined the Tonga team, like it really gave me a sense of belonging as well, because I was playing besides girls that have like grown up the same as me, if that makes sense. Like playing for Australia is all I've ever known, like wanting that goal. Because I was born in Australia, born in Melbourne, Australia, so like I wasn't really brought up with my Tongan or Samoan side in a like heavily.
Yep.
Um so like I don't know, just being around the people that I was around coming up through the ranks, like I just thought Australia was for me. And then when Tonga came about, like that just changed my life. It showed me that although like Tonga is not as known in the netball world, or it wasn't at all, I don't think, like just being able to be a part of that history, or like a part of that rewriting the future for like Tonga netball it just meant a lot to me. Sorry, I was babbling on. Did I like
No, not at all, not at all. Because when you say you were young, you were what, 17 when that
Yeah.
email came, so that is really young. And what you're saying, I think, in your answer there is that there's a lot in that. It's like an identity piece for you as well.
Yeah.
Like you've born and raised in Australia, and you have this heritage, and it's a world that you get to know through sport. And it's really, I think that's what's really amazing about your grandma having that conversation with you. I could
Yeah.
to tell you that there is this kind of side to you, and then your emotions as you talk about Glasgow tell us, I think, that you have really learned something new about yourself and maybe your family and where your family's from as well.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
It's really amazing. I mean, and I guess being a part of that journey as well, what have you learned about yourself through it? Like
Um
getting Tonga to a World Cup and then to a Commonwealth Games and then hopefully more, right? World Cup
yeah.
next year.
Well, like I guess you just said it, like it showed me that I'm capable of helping a nation be on the world stage as big as both World Cup and Commonwealth Games. Like obviously props to the team, because we all helped Tonga get to like that visibility in the big world stage. I don't know, like it's taught me so much. Like I'm even learning a bit more Tongan. Like if you know me, I didn't know a lick of Tongan when I was 17. Um and just like being surrounded by girls who are obviously were brought up in the Tongan culture more than I was growing up, like having them to like guide me and like teach me these teachings at the Tongan, because Tongan ways and like otherworldly ways, like that's obviously different, because everyone has their different cultures and the way they teach things or learn things. So getting that from my teammates who were lucky enough to get like grow up in that household, yeah, just having that, like I can learn another language even though I'm in the midst of it. I don't know, like I've just learned that I can give more than, I don't know. I don't know how to say it. It's putting me off
No,
right.
you've said, don't worry.
Yeah. But
I
I have learned enough.
know.
I've learned a lot.
And maybe thank you to Grandma for putting you on this path.
Yes. Thank you, Gma.
And it's so funny because I guess that's that thing that sport can do for you. And you kind of mentioned it earlier, but wanted to come back to it, which was you didn't think when you started netball that it would take you anywhere over here. So I wanted to take us all the way back there to the beginning. to when Uneeq first picked up a netball. What was it like? Why netball? And, why did you stick with it?
Um, Good question. My mum actually played netball growing up, and I hear this from all my aunties and uncles. She was the GOAT back then, so obviously
Hey.
someone had to carry that legacy, but no. Yeah. Um, yeah, pretty much my mum instilled that within me. I was such like I believe it or not, I was a shy kid growing up. I hated
No.
talking to people. I hated looking people in the eye. I just wanted to do my own thing, and I don't know where that stemmed from, because growing up I was like such a naughty kid. And then when it got to like school and then high school, I was pretty much just a shy kid. You couldn't get a word out of me unless you spoke to me or asked me a question. So like joining in a netball group when I was at the ripe age of 12, I think, that was a nightmare for me. Like just having to walk into the training and then see a group of girls that were so like confident, loud, and like bubbly, and like trying to get me to talk. Like it really, like, I don't know, it just scared me to like have to conversate with people, because growing up I always thought I wasn't like smart enough to talk to people. That's changed now, obviously, but yeah, so like at the age of 12, I was shy, I was uncoordinated, I couldn't shoot, I couldn't jump, I couldn't run, I couldn't do anything, but luckily I had the right coaches to guide me and teach me how to run properly and how to catch and stop properly. Um, yeah, I don't know, I just credit that to my mom and also my dad for instilling within me, hard training will always take you far. Um, yeah, I just owe it all to my parents, because ultimately they put me through, like my mum put me through netball and my dad put me through hard mentality. So yeah,
Mind
that's,
and body is what we're
yes,
saying. The perfect package.
exactly.
But I mean, it must be so funny for the listeners to hear you talk about being uncoordinated. And, when I watch you take a ball in the air, like that's the very far thing from what I'm seeing as
Yeah.
that was once uncoordinated. How did you find your journey to being a shooter? Was it straight away, or did you play another position first? And when you said you had to work on it, was it hard for you to do that training? Because it's fun when you're young and you're good at something straight away, but it sounds like you had to work at it.
Yeah, yeah, especially at that age, because like you're like 12, you're like, oh, I should be knowing this already, but it was, from what I remember, it was like not hard, because I wasn't so worried about what people were thinking about me. Like I didn't care that people thought I was unco. I was just trying it out. And so as the trainings went by, like I think like just getting better and better. I never really realized when I got better. I think it was just when I started getting picked for teams that I thought this could go somewhere. But sorry, what was the first part of that question?
Were you always a shooter?
Oh yes, I was always a shooter,
Always
because
a
I was
shooter.
I was always I was the tallest in my class when I was like in primary school throughout, and yeah, I think I just gave shooter vibes, and lucky I did, because I'm making it somewhere. Thankfully.
So you and have you always found shooting easy? Have you ever
Well,
had like a wobble with it, or
yeah.
finding your
Oh
technique?
well,
Because
I did
there's
start with basketball for a bit. Like I
right.
was going in between both. Mind you, I wasn't, yeah, mind you, I wasn't any good at basketball either, but I found shooting really fun. So when I started basketball, like just shooting was fun, and then coming into netball and then having the high, and then my coach is just thinking like, oh, we'll just make you a shooter. I feel like everything just went to plan. So yeah, I've always found shooting way easier. Still have to work on my defense. Like if you go through my coaching IPPs, every single coach would know that I still need to work on my defense. It's so hard. Defense wins games. I'll give the defenders that, but yeah, the shooting is what finishes off the job. So yeah, I've took the easy route, I guess, as some would say.
Tamsin, are you taking notes as well? Tamsin should be taking notes at this point.
Yeah, she'll do that for me.
She'll be like, I hope it's not always defense, Uneeq. I hope there's some improvement at some point. But that's so interesting that you find a rhythm or something in shooting that like kind of carries you through. I guess when did it all become serious? When was it at that a point at which you were like, oh, okay.
Yeah, this could be something. I think it was when I made my first state team, which was under 17's bottom age. So I think I just turned 16 and then I got in for the under 17's. And then being coached by, Jacinta Todd. She was my VNL coach here for City West Falcons. Like, and Kath, not, sorry, I have to shout out, but
yeah, please shout them out. Share the good word.
Yeah, I feel like when it came to that, because I did miss out on under 15's state age, which was schoolgirls, I think. So like that sort of put in the drive for me to want to like make this a thing. Like I was like, oh, I don't want to feel this pain ever again. Like I want to work hard to get a spot in when I'm older. And then when I did, I feel like that really shifted my perspective on like how seriously I could make this. Because mind you, when I was coming through the state program, like under 17s and then you have under 19s and then it stops at that. There were girls like my age, like Sophie Dwyer, Matisse Leatherborough, like all of them, they were my age, they were making SSN. So I was like, oh, like this could be me one day. And then little do you know, like I
Kind of
eventually made
was.
it. Yeah.
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 Before we talk about your SN, I think we'll have to call it that now, your SN debut, I read this quote from you, Uneeq, about your family. You say, they fill my cup whenever I'm feeling down or netball gets too much. And I wanted to ask you a little bit about that,
Yeah.
because you mentioned there a bit of a low that you had. And you also mentioned the mind, body, mum, dad bringing you bits to the table. Yeah, like that tells you a little bit about you away from the court as
Yeah.
well.
Um, well, like I said, like not making teams or even injuries, I've had a couple of those um in my time. Even like losses of family members or friends throughout the season. Anything that could sort of like deter your like mental state or like just how you're feeling. Like family will always be there for me. If you know me, you know how much I love my family. I ride with them to the death. They are my number one. They are my ride or dies. Like they are my whys, somewhat my whys. And I feel like yeah, the quote pretty much explains itself. Like when I was going through all those lows, like they were always there to pick me up when I was down. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I knew I was gonna do this. Um, but yeah, um, yeah,
And that's it. When it gets
yeah,
serious, they're there, right? And this is what I
yeah.
say. Like, that's incredible. So they must have been very gassed for you when you made your debut for the Swifts.
Oh yeah, heck yeah,
Heck yeah.
yeah. They were like, I think my dad cried. Mind you, that man never cries, but lately it's been a roller coaster, especially because I'm going away. But yeah, they were like my biggest cheerleaders when they found out. Obviously, they found out before everyone else because I had to tell them why I was going to Sydney. Um, and like just he, my parents said like as soon as I told them, they were looking me in the face and they could just see like little 12-year-old uncoordinated me. Like they just went back in time and saw me and they were just so proud of me. And yeah, that means the world to me that I could sort of give them that proud feeling as well as my other siblings as well. But because they knew how much of a lifelong goal this was for me to just crack it in the SSN. And like, especially after all the setbacks that I've gone through and them just being there for me, like, yeah, it was such a great feeling to be there and watch them be proud of me.
And we should say, you're in Melbourne. You said you were born and raised in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So to go and play your debut in Sydney, how does that happen exactly?
I think it was after I was playing for Tonga. There's a tournament called the Pacific Oz Sports Tournament. It's something that happens every once a year, I think. One year it happened 3 times, and that was the best year of my life. But it only happens once a year now in Brisbane. And yeah, after that tournament, Tonga won the whole tournament. And then after that tournament, I think a week, or not even a week, like a few days later, Brioney called me, and my heart was pounding. I was like, oh, those, like, what is happening? Like, why is she calling me? Um, and because of what had happened, like, they needed a shooter. So Bryony was just like, pretty much, these are the dates, like, of the rest of our season. Would you be able to come? And then I just said, heck yeah, please take me. And so, like, we discussed, like, if I would be able to stay anywhere, if I was able to get to training, if I had family there. And so, like, everything was looking like all the boxes were being ticked. So it was pretty much just pack your bags and then come to Sydney and, yeah, just lived my dream for a bit.
Yeah, and we should say Bryony was assistant coach with you at Tonga as well. So she kind of had that insight into your playing ability to
Yeah,
and your
exactly.
personality and who you are to bring you into the
Yeah.
Swifts.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Like,
so
and
cool.
yeah, she's like, oh, she's the best. Like, although, like, it was sad to see her go to Ferns, but they won, so it was good to see her go there. Like, selfishly, she's like, I was like, oh, I just miss her. But although MJ, our assistant coach for Tonga, she was the best as well. So we got the best of both worlds. We got MJ, and then we got to see Bryony take it out. So, like, a win-win.
Yeah, that must have been very cool for you to see
Yeah,
Bryony do that. I think
yeah,
all of us in netball were like, "Oh, go on, Bryony! Like,
yeah,
take
literally.
that win, take
Yeah,
that dub." So Unique when you get that taste of SN with the Swifts, that's the beginning. But how then do you move from that to Melbourne Mavericks and make it full time?
yeah. Well, there was a year between Sydney and then Mavericks. My full-time contract. I think that year I decided to stay as a training partner. So it was 2024. Yeah, I debuted for Swifts and then played. And then the next year, I think I got offered somewhere in London again. But I can't remember what team, but I did get offered a spot in a team, but I declined it because I was like, I just want to try and make it in this league, like, one last time. And then that year I became a temporary replacement for Elle, but she didn't get to come back that season. So I did play, or I did sit on the sidelines for the whole season. That was a good experience. Like, just to be a part of that, like, playing 10, like, that was good to have under my belt. And then when I got the contract the year after, I was like, oh, finally. I was like, all this work is worth it. But yeah, just the moment I got the call from Shay and Richo, and because we didn't have Jez as a coach yet, so
Yep.
just those two, like, having a call from them and having Meg on my side on the back end of, like, the signing period, like, I couldn't have asked for anyone better to help me through that period because it was a bit tough, but yeah, it was worth all the tears and all the pain. You can ask her yourself.
Well, I think we're getting a sense of what the signing window can be like, right?
Hmm.
As we're talking, it's in the middle of
Brutal.
it's brutal, right? And that's the word. And I guess just on that, when you're watching it as a player that has their contract in the bag, like what do you think and feel when you see like like people, colleagues, I suppose, right? Because you're technically employed, like going through that rigmarole.
Yeah, well, like, obviously as an empath myself, like, I just feel for the girls that unfortunately missed out on a contract, especially because these girls are so deserving of a spot. And I feel like if this isn't a wake up call to, like, add more teams into the SSN, I don't know what else will be, but fingers crossed there will be. But but yeah, like I just feel for those girls that have worked so hard, not only to get here and to play for like years for clubs that they've been at, and then just to unfortunately miss a contract. Like, obviously I feel at ease with myself because I've got a contract somewhere, but like just when I think of the girls that have missed out, I just like, yeah, my heart goes out to them.
Yeah, because I think also like the bit that people maybe don't appreciate is like you've got to be thinking about that while you're still playing. Like those what next season starts coming into your mind towards the back, like during the important part of your
Yeah,
current season, and there are conversations and things that go on, but nothing's promised to anybody. Like we've just
yeah,
understood that better than we ever have with what's just happened to like Kate Eddy over at Melbourne Vixers probably, but
mm,
she won't be the only one that has been through it in a really tough way. Yeah, I think it's that professionalism of netball catching up with the standard of netball that's being played. I
yeah,
think that's one of the things with this sport is like I sometimes say on this podcast, Uneeq, is like it's too big and it's too small at the same time. Like it should
definitely.
grow, it needs to develop, but then also we have these like I don't know, miscommunications,
Mm,
inverted commas call them. And
yeah,
then, people lose jobs. And then obviously what's
yeah,
happening with New Zealand, it's actually quite a scary time to be
yeah.
in netball.
Yeah, like I totally agree with everything you just said. Like it is a scary time, especially in this time. And my manager called it. She's like, "It's gonna be a bloodbath," and I'm like, looking at it now, I'm like, "Yeah, you're you're onto something."
Right, before we move on to talk about London, which we will, Mavericks, we talk about Melbourne Mavericks as well, because Uneeq, one of the amazing things is the presence that you had at the club, your personality, like it felt like they were living off your personality on socials, but also some of the performances that you were able to put out in the latter part of the season, the game against the Fever where you won, and you were phenomenal in that. I suppose when you can dominate on a stage like that, that must have been quite nice because I guess ultimately you spent like you were a super shot specialist, right? You were coming in,
Yeah.
injecting in the 5 minutes. What is that role like? Because it's kind of a new evolution of netball, and how does it work? Like how does it sit with you?
Um. Well, to me, like there were games where I would be put on in the dying moments, and like people would feel sad for me, but in a way, like I sort of saw it as an opportunity. Like there's always two ways you can look at something, and it's like negative or positive. And every time I was put in those situations, I would sort of feel, or even if I didn't like succeed in those moments, I would still feel like sort of honored to have been sort of put on in those situations because it's sort of like it tells me like I'm made for moments like this, like not only moments like that. Like I can come on and play a game and like it can go well or it can like you know what I mean. But I feel like for me, I've always said this pressure is a privilege, and I've said it in an interview once. I think it was the interview when I got um player of the match for the Fever game, and yeah, it's just something I live by. One of the things I live by because I feel like it's like it's shown that I'm worth not worth, but like I'm more than capable to hold my own in a moment like that when either most people can't or like it's just too much. But I don't know. I don't like sounding like I'm cocky or like I don't like.
Not at all. No, no,
Oh,
no. I think you're right, and I think you were consistently doing that role, so there was obviously
yeah.
something in that you were doing that they wanted you, and you always shone in it. And I think this is the thing with the super shot and what I talked about as an evolution of the game and your shooting ability is that there is now that role exists. Certain teams have players that do that come on and shoot the lights out to try and
Yeah.
either win or catch up. I guess like though when you started playing netball, you didn't know that would ever be something that you might do because the super shot was not a thing. Like, do you mind? Do you mind the super shot? Like, what do you think of it as an innovation? And I mean, obviously, you're very good at it.
um. Thank you, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't mind. When it first came about, I was like, "Oh, this is." this is spicy. Like, I wonder what everyone's thinking about it. And then I read the comments and everyone was hating it. But like, although I do miss that old school 1 point goal for goal netball, I feel like this adds so much of an element to our game. Like, it's so much thinking, like, strategically. Like, you'd think, oh, I'll just bomb twos, um, and we'll win the game. But it's not that easy because, like, what if you miss and then the other team score a two and then now you're down by, like, what, four or, like, three, and then it's their center pass and then they get another two or they get another one and they're up by yada yada. So, like, I don't know, it's added so much more to my brain, like thinking about like, oh, I'm not just gonna go for a two if I'm one, not feeling it, or if two, it's not needed. Like, I feel like it's grown the game a bit, and I live for that because like it's adding so much it's adding such a strategic element in netball. And like when coaches come about coaching it, or when players come about doing it on the court, I feel like it's really tested like that mental game, and I live for that.
100%. I mean, some of the defensive pressure that shooters would get in SN is just like absolutely nuts. Like, I think,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure you could speak to it. When it comes to the super shot period, it took a couple of years, but now we're getting that kind of where you're right, the thinking that the shooter has to do in the 3 seconds or
Yeah.
in the build up to make that call, as you said, because the consequences can be so dramatic. It does it rank up? Does it crank up? Do you feel it when super shot period kicks in?
Of course I do. It's like, but I also like I crank up in a good way because I get an adrenaline rush because like I'm like, this is either my time to shine or it's my time to like get a beating because I'm not getting my shots. But like mentally, it is such a tough game. Like not only for the team, but like I feel like especially for shooters, like obviously because we're taking the shots, but like when you miss, like it's not just one goal, it's two. Like, yeah, I don't know, it weighs a lot, but
Yeah, totally.
yeah.
And I guess Uneeq, the people will want to know, at what point did you decide that you didn't want to continue with the Melbourne Mavericks and pursue something different? Because obviously Mavericks had quite an exciting season on paper, right? Like beating
Yeah.
Fever, beating Vixens. I mean, there was that extra time game and then the victory over them. When did you arrive at that decision and how did you get there?
Um, I feel like that's a credit to Meg. Like she ultimately saw like she wanted so much for me, and that's the same as like anyone that like my family, my friends, that anyone that loves like you or me, like they'll ultimately want what's best for you and like what's best for me. So like having them in my space and just hearing them out, like obviously they were gutted for me to not get much minutes, especially when I was like playing at home, and like sometimes I wouldn't get minutes, but obviously that it wouldn't like shake me as much as it shook them. And like I feel like they were part of my reason why, but also part of my reason why I wanted like that for myself, like seeing how much they cared about me and how much they want me to they want the best for me. Like I realized that's what I should want for myself. And obviously I had the best time with the Mavs girls, and anyone that was watching could see like the energy and the connection we had was like second to none because I love those girls like they're my family. As well as any team that I'm a part of, like I'll always make sure to like love them like they're my family. But like this season was just so unreal, like making history, the new connections on and off the court, like we just had each other's backs through everything. And obviously it wasn't an easy decision to make, but I, as like I said before, like even these girls wanted the best for me and they knew that ultimately more court time would benefit me more than like what I was getting. But I'm a person that's like still grateful for what I get. So like what I got with the Mavs this year, like court wise, I was still grateful to just be there because like at the end of the day, it was helping me grow not only as a player but also as a person who can get like little minutes or even no minutes, but still show up for their team and like bring that energy that they possibly needed on the court. Like I feel like that's taught me so much as a person. Like I'm more than capable to cheer on my own teammates or anyone, even if I'm not in the picture or like a part of that win, which they will hate me for saying because they'll be like, "Yeah, you're always a part of the win. Like you're still a part of the team." But yeah, I feel like my answer for this is ultimately I just needed more for myself, and I feel like taking this step into the UK is what's going to help me.
I mean, I think it's a beautiful answer, what you've just said, I should say. Thank you for explaining it like that and in that detail. But I think the character, as you kind of were pointing to at the end, that shows what you did for the team, and I mentioned it a bit, but on socials, you could see that you guys as a club had a really special bond, and Jared has obviously built something very special there. So your character on and off the court is really impressive, and so then
Thank
I
you.
guess landing in the UK. I suppose like Sophie Fawns as a player, you would have known through Swift. Was there a sense of watching her come over and do really well with Manchester Thunder? Did that help in the decision making to basically leave Oz and come up this way?
Yeah, definitely. Because I feel like like growing up, not growing up, but like when I came into the SSN world, I sort of thought like this is it. Like I want nothing else but this league. Like I feel like this is the strongest league, and like people can say that, but it's not true. Like the UK league is growing so much stronger. Like all these amazing athletes, not only coming from like the other side of the world, but also that were like made or like were born in the UK. Like I've taken I found a newfound respect, if that makes sense. Like I've done my research and I'm eating my words because like this league is not messing about, and I feel like I can't wait to be a part of it. But yes, ultimately Sophie Fawns was like a key inspiration to my move as well. It showed me that um you can make the move from a big league like that and then come over and then still like shine, shoot the lights out and like shine like no other. And like, yeah, credits to her because she killed it like this year.
She did. But I think also with Sophie, you learn that it's not like necessary. I think what you're kind of saying that it's not a cakewalk. Like she also had to find her place in a team,
Mhm.
and obviously with the club that she was at, like earn the spot and figure out the combinations, and then get it over the line. I think last season was one of the best. We haven't really reflected on it probably
Yeah,
that much, but definitely seeing that, and I think we felt when Sophie Fawns came over here, okay, this might be a bit of she might have just opened the gate a little bit and shown that you can come over and progress your netball. Like she's going to get the court time that she wasn't having, because I think a bit like you
yeah,
when she was at Swifts was coming on in that position of having to shoot the twos and maybe sometimes fix the game and try and
yeah,
for her to actually be young and still just get minutes, because netball, right, you got play to get better.
yeah,
So
exactly.
how did you get persuaded to come to London Mavericks then, Uneeq? What was the pitch?
Um, well, just meeting Tamsin, like the human she is, the vibe that she gave off when I met her over Zoom. Um, yeah, I feel like she was just all about everything that I'm about. There was not, there was, there wasn't really a pitch. Like, I just feel like I can read good energy, and that woman is just amazing. Like, she made me feel at home already just speaking to her through a camera screen, and like having her, talk to my parents as well when we had the Zoom meeting. Just having her like express how important I would be in that environment, like just feeling wanted basically, and like feeling seen for what I can give to a team. Like, yeah, I just feel like she, her, like I could trust her with my life. Like that's what I'm saying. Like just meeting her through a screen, I could say that much. But yeah, there wasn't really a pitch, but just having her comfort not only me but my parents as well, that really topped it off for me. So I was sold on her.
And I think that's really cool to hear that it's holistic like that. That there is that other side of it, and we don't, I don't think, stress this enough with imports, which you are literally going to be on the other side of the world in a
Yeah,
different time zone, and you're a family oriented person, so there is a huge part of that which is like it's a life move as well as a work move, which is
yeah.
essentially what netball is. So what are you going to be packing in your suitcase, Uneeq, to take home with you?
Bro, probably like millions of my clothes and shoes. I don't think I'll be able to fit anything. I won't even be able to fit my passport, probably. Nah. But yeah, probably clothes. I've been told not to pack any summer clothes because it gets really cold, so just jackets. So I'm
Unfortunately, the rumors are true. I regret to
hate
inform
winter.
you.
But yeah, those and pretty much just anything that'll remind me of my family, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. Did you get a sense of the UK life when you were in Glasgow? Was it
Yeah,
your first time
yeah,
in,
it
on the
was
island?
yeah, it was so sick. Like I was gonna say hectic, but Meg taught me that that is a bad thing. Hectic?
Well, it's like a kind of chaos, yeah, hectic.
Yeah, crazy. It's like, but it was crazy good. Like just meeting the people there and trying the different foods. I think I tried haggis.
Oh, you're braver than me. I've never tried it. Yeah, haggis. Yeah.
Hey, you have to
Oof.
when, yeah, I don't know, when in Rome or is it whatever they say. Um, yeah, just having a glimpse of what I'm gonna get a taste of when I live over there. Because we did go to the city as well when we were in Scotland, and like seeing all the deli sandwich shops. I was stoked. I was like, oh, I hope there's more of this in London because I can get behind a good deli sandwich and just
We got a lot in London. I think you'll be okay for food. We do everyone else's food quite well. That's what
oh
I'd
yeah.
say. English food is like, but we do everyone else's food quite well.
Oh, as long as your fish and chips are good as well.
Please, come on.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask.
The best ones are you got to travel out to the coast to get the best ones. But
Okay.
I suppose also actually unique, like when we see players coming across, um, we see them also like every other weekend in Europe,
Yeah.
and there's a sense there's a bit of a like a Euro summer while you're here, or like making the most of it. Because I guess like Australia is massive, but like 3 hours from London and you're in like half of Europe. Is that something that appeals to you as well? Like to kind of like travel a little bit?
Yes. I think that was one of the things that my manager was oh, sorry, I'm talking about Meg so much, but I love that woman. Anyways, she was like telling me how the netball girls after the season, like, you can just go to like France for the weekend and come back, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I've only seen that place in movies. Like, what do you mean I get to see it in real life? So yeah, that was definitely another thing that got me on the UK boat, if that makes sense.
Basically, come here and then don't really spend that much time here. Get out and go and
Yeah.
travel. No, it's nice. It's like I think it is one of those. Again, like in professional sports, you're so committed to this one thing, and it's unrelenting, really, like physically, mentally, like to be able to find ways to enjoy it. And if that is like packing a suitcase and going away, then I think also I'm of the mindset that sometimes we kind of get a bit lazy. We're like, oh yeah, it's so far. And it's like, really, like if you went 3 hours in a car in Australia, you haven't left the state. So
Yeah.
3 hours on a plane, like you're in a
Yeah.
completely different world, like a different culture, a different language. So
Yes.
that I guess is a part of the deal. Unique, I guess, back on the Mavericks, London Mavericks, we've got to specify. What do you want to achieve? What are the goals? Like how will you know that the season is a successful one?
Well, I obviously want to win a grand final with this one. Like, that'll help me know that I've like helped this team with what the ultimate goal is. But well, I haven't really thought about something else. Um, Maybe just walking away with new friendships. Like, knowing how I was growing up, I always not pride myself, but like I've always wanted to work on just being a good human and like finding other good humans as well and like befriending them. because obviously growing up I was never really the person to like get to know someone, but I feel like as I get older, like I love that I've gained this, especially after being with like Swifts and Mavericks, like just meeting girls that accept you for you, and I don't have to worry about like, oh, what if they think this of me? What if they think that? Yeah, maybe one winning is it a flag, a trophy?
Yeah, the title. Yeah.
Winning the title, making friends, and making good memories with everyone there. And I hope we
That's
get
so wholesome.
time together too.
What, you and me?
Yeah, you're my friend down there too, aren't you?
Yes, I'm in London. I'll be there, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh God, now I'm blushing. Terrible. Oh, I'm thrilled to know I'm a main event. That's what I'd like to hear.
Obviously.
Obviously. I suppose I think with Mavericks you're going to find so much of that. I think they're a really exciting group. Obviously, we've had the team that came out after the Commonwealth Games, so I think we're very, very close to having our, at the time of recording, our final teams, and then we'll be set for the season.
Yeah.
I think we ought to say that to people that maybe don't know your game, because maybe they don't watch SN and NSL is all they know. What can we tell them about you? The super shot is you're pretty good at it. You're pretty funny, I think we can say.
Yeah, a little bit.
Is there anything else that you want them to know about, why they should follow London Mavericks and you? I mean, I think you're going to have I think you have lots and lots of fans over here, but why should everybody get on board?
I feel like I'm one, strong, two, I play with freedom and flair, and I feel like what we can bring to this league is going to be something spectacular. I can just feel it in my bones. I don't know, like, I hate talking myself up, but yeah, ultimately, yeah, I feel like we're going to be a vibe, and that's a reason to be with the London Mavericks.
That's what I say. Mavericks to Mavericks.
Exactly.
Okay. Follow along. Oh, you listen, Uneeq. It's been so good to speak to you. I've had so much fun. Had this conversation nearly an hour now. Is there anything else you want to share while you're here, or?
I just want to say thank you for having me, especially after the whole kerfuffle that happened. Just your patience with me, and like you've made me feel so. I usually hate like talking because I feel like I'm being judged, but you have made this feel like nothing but like a conversation, and I prop that to you. You're doing an amazing job, and I just thank you for having me on here. Also want to shout out my family and my Mavs girls, not only from Melbourne, but also my London Mavs girls. I can't wait to get down there and cook up with you lot. And thank you, Tamsin, for giving me this opportunity. And thank you, Jesus. Yes.
Couldn't have put it better myself. All right. Well, thank you so much, Uneeq, and catch you soon.
Thank you, Chloe.